Hey, Coach Candace here, and I want to share some information or some tips with you today. I've been talking a lot about folks having a home gym and having some equipment, but sometimes people are limited by what they have. So perhaps they may only have some lighter dumbbells, and they've grown stronger over time, and maybe they're challenged with feeling challenged by those lighter weights, but maybe don't at the moment have the means to purchase additional equipment. This is one strategy you can use to help make the equipment you have more challenging to work with until perhaps you can buy a heavier weight. And what we're going to talk today is about tempo, or the time it takes for us to do a movement. This is something I incorporate into my clients' programs in a variety of different ways and for a variety of different reasons. It does help you with developing control and form for the movement, but it also can aid in strength building depending on what the person's goals are. But also just one of my go-to suggestions for someone who is limited with their home equipment. And tempo means the time it takes for us to do a particular movement. This can even be a body weight movement or a lifting movement. So, for example, if we do a basic air squat, but let's say we wanted to slow that down. If you wanted to say like 3 seconds down and then 3 seconds up. So it'd be like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. You do that enough times, it becomes way more challenging versus doing single one at a time, faster pace air squats. So one way to make body weight movements more challenging. But let's even just talk about just a dumbbell hammer curl. So if you're doing a dumbbell hammer curl and you're doing them at a steady pace, it might not feel as challenging. But now let's say you curl that dumbbell up, but then you lower it over the course of 3 seconds. So 1001, 1002, 1003. And let's say you do that enough reps, those last few reps are going to be quite challenging as you have slowed down the movement. But again, a great practice when somebody is just learning to learn the great positions for the movement, but still an infinite number of ways for you to make tempo more challenging. So it might be, again, curling it up slowly and then pausing for a moment and then lowering it down. So again, a great way to make lighter weights more challenging if you don't necessarily have the means to purchase more at the time. So again, I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. My goal is always to provide you with a helpful takeaway, no matter wherever you might be with your fitness.